So my flight is delayed.
Mr. Kenzo Yohanes and Mrs. Sanggari Naikar, Mr. Ahmed Akbayir, AirAsia passengers QZ508 leaving for Singapore. Would you please board to the aircraft ticket number 6? Thank you.
Yes, sir. So finally my trip to Bali and also Lombok concluded. It was a 10-day trip. It was quite interesting. Lots of things to see. I didn't get a chance to see the waterfall. Waterfall is one of the things I missed out on when I was in Lombok, but I got to eat a lot of nice food. I went to a couple of different places. I'll give you a small rundown what I did. When I came to Bali, I spent here one night. If you haven't watched the previous vlogs, just give you a summary of what I did. In Bali, I stayed one night in a hotel called Karakara. Then from there, we took a taxi. I met my friends at Bali who were from Sydney. So from there, we went to Padang by port. That was like an hour and a half taxi ride, quite far. So from there, we took a fast boat to Lombok. The place was called Bangsol. So from Bangsol, we took a taxi to Senggigi, Sheraton in Senggigi. So Sheraton was quite nice. We stayed there 3 nights. From Senggigi, we went to Mataram. Mataram is obviously the main area, small city within Lombok. That's where lots of food places are. After Mataram, we went to Kuta Beach, not in Bali, Kuta Beach in Kuta area in Lombok. So that's where we stayed 3 nights. And there's lots of nice beaches, lots of nice food there. Not very busy. Apparently, before COVID, Lombok was very, very busy. Bali was extremely busy. So all in all, the trip was excellent. It was hot and humid. If you don't like humidity, then you might as well don't come here. But a lot of tourists were here from Europe and Australia, because in Australia there's obviously winter there, very cold winter. There's an Antarctic blast that's causing very, very cold winds in Sydney and Melbourne area. So a lot of people are trying to beat the cold as opposed to beating the heat. Trying to beat the cold and come here and visit. So Bali seems more busier. Lombok now seems quieter. Lombok seems more suitable for families. I think Bali, you gotta know where like within Kuta area, I think it's more for young people who want to go away from this busy area in Bali. They usually go towards east, northeast, or north, or west as well. But in this area where I was staying at in Kuta area, Kuta Beach area, that was quite busy. Traffic is busy. A lot of people. It was a lot of people like haggling. A lot of haggling going on. A lot of people asking and offering you stuff that you don't really need. But they don't stop. They keep on chasing you down. So that's one thing I don't like about Bali. I was not a big fan of people just constantly in your face, trying to sell you stuff. But in Lombok, it was totally different. Lombok was quiet. Lombok was relaxed. Not a whole lot of traffic. We ended up hiring a couple of scooters, and I traveled quite a bit on the scooter, to and fro of Kuta area. So that's one of the things you need to try and experience. It's a lot of fun. It's not a whole lot of traffic, and that people are not driving here on high speeds. That's even on the highway. So I drove the scooter on the highway as well. You just hire a scooter. I think it's only like $7 to $8 per day, and they give you a helmet, and it's very easy. It's automatic. You don't have to change gears or anything. Very easy. And so my flight is delayed.
Mr. Kenzo Yohanes and Mrs. Sanggari Naikar, Mr. Ahmed Akbayir, AirAsia passengers QZ508 leaving for Singapore. Would you please board to the aircraft ticket number 6? Thank you.
So my flight has been delayed for 2 hours, so I'm just sitting here recording. Otherwise, I was actually running late to my flight. We came to Bali last night, and it was quite a long day of traveling still. I think traveling in the heat takes a toll, but we managed. Everywhere, the whole trip was went very smooth, no problems. We didn't run into any issues. But I think you gotta spend time here in one particular place to find out more about the place. So This time we spent more time in Lombok, so I know quite a lot about Lombok now, where to go, what to do, and yeah, it was a good trip all in all. So I'm heading back to Melbourne, back to the cold. So one thing you gotta make sure is as soon as you get here, as soon as you get to Bali, and you're planning to stay here, you gotta get a local SIM. That's the best way, and get enough data. If you're uploading videos and you're gonna be on the go all the time, get more than 10 gig. If you're here for a week, you're gonna be needing more than 10 gig. I used around 20 plus gigs because I was actually uploading some videos, and I was doing TikTok videos, I was doing YouTube videos, and every hotel I went to, they all had Wi-Fi, but some of the hotels, the Wi-Fi was not very fast. So it depends really where you end up, but most of the hotels offer free Wi-Fi, of course, and yeah, some Wi-Fi are very good at hotels, and some other hotels do not have very good fast Wi-Fi. So buying the SIM and then getting a good data, and then you can top up as well. It's easy to get a top up. You just tell them how much data you want, and you just top up. So it's best to actually have more data than less. I was actually uploading a video yesterday that was 10 gig, and that used up all my data. So by the time I reached to the airport, my data ran out. So I was able to use the free Wi-Fi at the airport, but it's not really available throughout the airport. You have to be in a specific location where it actually says free Wi-Fi. So at the gate you can find free Wi-Fi, but not everywhere. Wi-Fi connection is quite weak, so which is fair enough. So there's lots of construction going on in this airport. There's not a lot of food places at the airport, so I didn't get a chance to eat much this morning, so I thought I might eat something at the airport, but there's not much available apart from this normal snacks, basic level of food. There's not a lot of shops within Bali airport, so that's something to keep in mind. I'm sure within a couple of months, when this place gets busier, they're gonna have more and more things opened up. There seems to be quite a lot of construction going on. Something interesting about Lombok is that it's an island of more than 1,000 mosques. So yeah, you can't miss it. There's so many mosques, and we were initially, when we went to Mataram, we were staying next to the Islamic Center. I'm going to be putting all that in the video, obviously before this, because this is my last video of the trip. But I'm going to be uploading all that. Massive mosque and massive drum in front of the mosque. That actually, I think that's the call to prayer. When they beat the drum, that's the time the call to prayer is started. And we prayed Friday prayers there. It was quite amazing. A lot of people. A very big mosque, and it's you can't miss it. It's like we were staying next to the mosque, just like a 5-minute walk from the masjid. So that was quite nice. So we prayed there a couple of times. There was a mosque in Kuta as well. Quite a beautiful mosque, and along the way, anywhere you go, you're going to find small mosques throughout musallas, throughout the anywhere you go in Lombok, which is very like convenient and very amazing to see. And another thing is, if you happen to get scooters, you don't have to worry about petrol. There's not a whole lot of petrol stations. There's more of every 1 or 2 kilometer, you're going to find a small side shop which sells petrol. So basically, you get $1, you get 1 liter of petrol in your scooter, and that will pretty much last you a couple of hours, at least like 4 or 5 hours constant if you're driving. So 1 liter is enough per day, but if you're traveling more, put 2 liters. That's more than enough for the scooter. So yeah, there's a lot more. I'll make a note of the things that I need to share with you throughout my trip and the experience I gained. One thing is that there's no shortage of places to eat in Lombok. I did not really eat much in Bali, but my friends happened to go to a restaurant last night, which I was not able to join them. Apparently they had very nice pizza, steak, brisket, and all sorts of things. It was a halal restaurant. Apparently in Bali, not every place is halal, so you just have to make sure where you go, you just check and stuff. But my friends went to a restaurant in Kuta, just next to the beach, in front of the beach. Very nice. I've been there. I've had a coffee there when I was walking around with my friends early in the morning last week. That was quite amazing. We only had like basic things like coffee, croissant, and stuff like that in the morning. But these guys, my friend had dinner there last night, and I will try to share the pictures. The pictures look very, very good. The guy said that was their best dinner or best food that they had in the entire trip. And some of the Indonesian restaurants I tried throughout my trip. So I did not try the food at Lube, so I can't really comment. But the pictures look very, very good. Pictures look amazing. The food was, the food looked amazingly scrumptious. So that's all from me. So I just want to give a rundown of everything I did, and there's a lot more obviously to share. Hoping to go back to Melbourne and start uploading more videos. I did not get a chance to edit too much. I only was able to edit 2 videos, and a second video is almost ready to be uploaded. Until then,
so gosh, on my baby. Wanna get you 당장